Hello and welcome to Team Make It and Team Anchored Strength Call. It is November 18th and we have a weekly call every Tuesday night, and you're welcome to join us to find out what we do every week just to connect with each other. Our team is small right now. We're growing, which is why we do these calls together. And of course, there are other calls for our team as a larger team on Monday nights with Mindy Lawhorn. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to take up too much of our time here. We just got back from Platinum Edge, a conference that Platinum presenters get to have, which is honestly an amazing opportunity because of the over 300,000 coaches that we have in the Beachbody Network. Only 170,000 are Platinum Presenter coaches. And only if you are a Platinum Presenter coach do you get to go to Platinum Edge and get extra training. And it's top-notch, like high-quality training. So it's very, very exciting and an awesome opportunity that we really should take advantage of. So I just got back from that, and honestly, I've been to Summit and it was awesome. And I've been to this one before. I have to say this one left me with more emotions than I know how to deal with. And I think it's just because I'm so inspired. So if you want more information about this, then please let me know. Other announcements, just reminders. Every Monday morning, we have a national wake-up call, and that shows up in your back office. And you can listen to that on replay if you can't catch it at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's Central Standard Time. And if you're not a coach and you're listening, wondering what all this is, please contact me because I could show you how to get your account set up, how you can start your own business from home, and where you can listen to these calls so that you can get training on what to do with your new business. And again, I'm mentioning Mindy's call on Monday night, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. She does a call with awesome content. This week was with Rob and Chelsea Pearson, who is an amazing couple, both coaches doing very well in their business and have a lot of great content to offer. For the Platinum Edge, there is a pre-registration link already. I'm going to share that with you on the next slide. So I really suggest you pre-register. All it does is get you put on the list that when she opens, Christine Dwyer that is, and her husband, when they open up registration, they will send the link to register to whoever is on that list first before she opens it up to everyone else. So you want to get on this list because they're going to have a VIP section, and I think that she said there's only going to be about 250 of those tickets. So you want to hop on that. I loved having VIP this year. So also a reminder, November savings, our size challenge pack with and without the starter kit, 21-day fix, and then fix extreme with the starter kit. So just share those and see who might be interested in changing their life with one of these programs. And if this program isn't for them, find out what works with them. Maybe they're an insanity person, maybe not. You just have to talk to them to find out. Here's that registration link I was talking to you about, the platinumedge.com. And I want to just make sure that you get on this list because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. So my agenda for tonight's call was to talk about security. We talked about this, the Platinum Edge. I think it's really important. If you follow Shalene Johnson, she got hacked, and it's a scary thing. And so we don't want that to happen. I wanted to talk about RankvsVolume, just touch on it as they touched on it before. And I was talking to one of my coaches, Daisy. I was talking to her, and she didn't get to go to Platinum Edge this year. She did get to go to Summit, so that's awesome. She wanted to know about this. So I'm going to just touch on it. I don't know everything about building far down. I don't have a second business center, but I can repeat and share with what I understand from what Christine shared. And then 5-day clean eating group. I want to share that with you too. So Darren and Tony talked about security and how we really need to secure ourselves on the internet and cyber. He said every second, 18 people get hacked. And that's scary. That's a lot of people. I mean, just alone, how many people have been hacked since we started this recording? That is super, super scary. So we need to really make this a top priority, and I'm going to try to do that myself. So I challenge anyone listening to follow his lead and his suggestions, and he's giving out suggestions for free. And I'm going to share the link with you in a minute on what we need to do. So I didn't get a picture of an email that he said is going around, and a lot of people are falling for. And it's an email that looks pretty legit from Facebook, saying that you need to click on this link to verify your account and blah, blah, blah. Well, it looks pretty legit, except for we need to make sure that big time businesses are not going to send emails from Gmail. And that's where it was coming from. It wasn't from that at facebook.com or at whatever company. So just be careful in your emails and be suspicious about everything in the email, pretty much is his point. On this screen, you can see that up, I know it's hard to read, but up in the very top where the URL is, it says apps.facebook.com. So he says anybody can create an app, anyone. And from that app, they can send this email to you, getting you to click on it. And when you click on the link, it brings you to this page to verify your account. He says once you get to this page, you fill this out. You have given over administrative duties to this hacker, who then makes them administrator of your page and deletes you, and then just destroys all the work that you have done. They had a testimony from a Christian writer, I believe she was. She led Bible studies. You know, she just had her work in Christ all over her page, and they started promoting porn. I actually got some of that story from the conference and some from Chalene Johnson's podcast that I listened to, where she talked about it a little bit. I'm assuming it was the same person. So we just need to be careful. A couple of things he pointed out in this to be suspicious of. It says email or phone number. And I can see how that would be suspicious. And I don't know if I would have caught that, but usually those are separate. But they don't really care. They want either. Let's see, also the link to your page, that Facebook should already know the link to your page. So why should we be giving them that again? So a couple of things over off to the side. He touched on all of these. And so if you can read those, then you can go through and kind of pick out and see what kind of feels weird. Sorry, the baby is around and he's talking with us. The joys of working from home. It's awesome. Good job. Okay, so this last paragraph, though, I'll just point out, it says you're obligated to fill out this form so that they can verify your account. He said you are not obligated to do anything. And Chalene Johnson also touched on how, in fact, if you have to verify anything, then it's going to be where you go to the actual company, to the actual company's website page and verify it there. And if you do get an email, it's going to be because you're working on and asking for verification. It's going to come immediately. It's not going to just be a random time. So you just need to be aware, and it is very scary, but it doesn't have to be scary. We can take precautions that will protect us and we'll be okay. So as long as we do that, then we can put fear out the window. So he made kind of jokes about your password. It does not need to be the same on any account. If it's on 2 accounts, do this many push-ups. 3 accounts, 30 push-ups. 4 accounts, we need to have them on different. And I definitely see his point, because it leaves us open to more vulnerability, and it's easier for them to get in. If we create bumps in the road for a hacker, then they will stop and not bother with us. They want something that's easy and they can just do. And so once we create these road bumps, then it's going to slow them down and deter them, and they're going to move on to the next person who's more vulnerable than us. So he has provided a checklist beyond the password.com. He wants us to all download this checklist and then go through it and do it. He says people have downloaded this and then they didn't ever do the checklist, and then they got hacked, and they called him up and said, "God, I got your checklist. I downloaded it. I didn't do it yet, and I'm hacked." So it's just a wake-up call to me also that this doesn't need to be something that we just go over, because it is real and it's getting worse. And hello, 18 people every second. That's crazy. So download this. I've downloaded mine. I haven't done it yet, and I should have probably already done it. So I challenge all of us to get this done in the next few days, no more than a week. All right. So Christine Dwyer talked on when we should focus on rank or volume. So as we start building our business, we get to Emerald, we get team cycle bonuses. And so basically what that is you are here starting your business and you have a right leg and a left leg. And at any moment when those equal 300 PVs, then you have made one cycle, and you get a team cycle bonus for that. For Emerald, I think it's like $14. So, and this can be, you know, the 200, that's your strong side. 100 would be your weak side of your business. So it could be flip-flopped. It may be different for you. But each rank has a cap off of how much you can make. So $250 for an Emerald is all that you can make on a team cycle bonus. To my understanding. And so we cap out at that. So when do we focus on rank? When do we focus on volume? If we want to focus on rank and get those recognitions, that is fine if that's how you work. And you can get those. But my question and her question to us is, do you want to focus on rank and be you know, whatever rank, a couple star diamond rank, but not be making the income that you could be because you focused on rank instead of volume? So when you want to focus on building a team and building income from this business, we need to focus on volume. So this is like an eye-opener to me, and I hope I explained this well. I did just find a video that I'm also going to link onto the back of this video, or somehow to go along with this, because I think it explains it better than I can, but I'm going to give it a shot. All right, so you have a sponsoring coach who brings you into the business. They have a right leg and a left leg. So they have to put you on one side or the other. Let's say they put you on their left leg, okay? They're going to be, assuming everybody adds people to their outside leg and to the coaches under them, their outside leg, then they're going to be building volume under you, and your lifeline is the left side. So that will become your strong side, because that's where you're connected to them, and they're putting people on their outside, which is under you, and then your outside leg, which is under over here, instead of on the inside. So it's going to be building volume for you. You're going to be adding people. You're going to rank up to Emerald by adding people on both sides, and then they're going to be adding people, I'll talk about that spouse in a minute, adding people to your side as well with you. And that's going to create volume on your left side, which becomes your strong side, because not only you are adding people and volume to your downline. So they suggest that you put your spouse on your weak side. Now, if your spouse is already under you and not on your weak side, then that, you know, I mean, hers wasn't either. And a few people I've talked to who are doing very well and successful in this business, neither are their husbands. So it doesn't mean you've like just screwed the pooch. I mean, it's fine. I think that if you have in a certain situation and you're worried about it, then just contact me or your upline coach and figure out what's the best way to go about doing what you need to do. So my spouse is on my weak side, and that's what they suggested, because then you can eventually, as you're building income, you can help build volume on your weak side through your spouse too. So then you can add volume to your weak side, and that's when you want to focus on rank. Remember, the left side's getting a lot of volume. You want to focus on volume on your right side so that you can make that $300 PV cycle happen. You're already getting a lot on the left. You need more on the right to cycle that bonus. So that's when we want to work on the volume. So if we have so many coaches and we could rank up to diamond, and say we're Emerald, we can rank up to diamond or whatever your next rank is. You know, you rank up, that's fine, but she suggests working on getting that, remember that volume for, we're talking about Emerald here, that volume for an Emerald is 250, whatever level you're at. If you're at Ruby or Diamond, you know, just before you hit that 250, 1,000 or $2,000 cycle mark consistently, then you work on ranking up to Diamond and add people to your left side, and then, you know, make it to where you reach Diamond or Ruby, whatever your next step is. So focusing on volume so you can get that team cycle. Again, your left side is going to be producing volume a lot faster. So you've got to just add people to your weak side so that you can create more volume and make the cycle happen faster. So I like this way of thinking, and I hope I explained it well. I don't know if I did, but hopefully I did. So I like this because it helps me have a plan instead of just hitting rank, because I don't want to just hit rank and not be making the potential money that I could be making, you know. And they said if your spouse is on your strong side, that caps out at a certain amount of money too. And so you want to have them on the weak side so that you can utilize more income. And I think that I like this a lot because, like I said, I don't want to be a certain rank and not be making the money that I potentially could be making. So it helps me focus on volume and adding people, but not just people, but adding people who are business builders as well, like myself, so that they will create that volume that I need in order to get to that, you know, 250 or that cap, that 1,000 or 2,000, to that cap that I need to get to in order to focus on rank. So I really loved that she touched on this. It was such a short part of the presentation, but I really liked it, and it really gave me a sense of a goal to work towards. It's not just, hey, let's get to Ruby, let's get to Diamond, let's get to 1-star Diamond, because, you know, you could be a Diamond and not be making that much money. So that that is as well as I can explain it here. And then also, I didn't know, and then, you know, I'm just learning since we're new at building our team, that you can open it. I didn't know you can open a second business center when you hit 2-star Diamond, but I didn't really know where did that business center go. It actually goes underneath your left or your right side, like another person, and it's another you. So you get to open it up, and then if you put it on your weak side, then you can help create volume through your weak side, and that volume also is created underneath your spouse's side, which gives him or her more income. So just a very neat explanation. And again, I'm going to post that video along with this too, so that we can hear it explained a different way and probably a better way. But me explaining it helps me understand it more too. So I hope that helped. Anyway, this was an exercise about multitasking as a myth. I absolutely loved it and hated it at the same time. Chalene Johnson did this with us. And so if you're listening and you're still in tune here with us, then get out a piece of paper and do this, because it was eye-opening to me. You know, I used to always think, you know, multitasking, you know, do this and this, and you can get things done faster, more things done faster. And I now believe that I don't believe that. And it's because of this exercise. I do believe that some people are better at multitasking than others, but I don't think that we could get our potential out of ourselves doing whatever project. And this is more eye-opening for me when I did this. So on your paper, draw 4 lines. And on the top line, write multitasking is a myth. I loved this exercise from Chalene Johnson. Absolutely loved it. It just, like I said, was eye-opening. So if you need to pause me, go ahead and pause me so that you can finish writing that out. I don't want to waste too much time on the video, and then push play when you're ready to go again. So the next line, you're going to write numbers 1 through 19. So go ahead and pause me if you need to, write those numbers, and then push play again, because then I'm going to go ahead and continue on. So after you've written 1 through 19, then on the 3rd line, start with the M. In multitasking is a myth, write M and then stop. And then go to the 4th line and write 1. And then go back up a line and write U, and go back down and write 2. So you're writing out both of these lines on the top at the same time, but you're going back and forth. So pause me again, write those out, and then push play on me. So when I did this, I immediately was super frustrated. I did not know what I was actually doing there. I was listening, but I didn't catch on as quick. And so once I did, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. And I started, and it took me a long time, a lot longer than the coach next to me. She did it super fast. So that's where I think some people are good at multitasking, but I still don't think that we can get the potential out of ourselves that we could if we just focus on one task at a time. And so I was very frustrated that she got done faster than I did. And it took me, and not even halfway through writing this, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm frustrated. I get it. Multitasking is a myth. I get it. So, and then she spoke to how, you know, students in school, a bell rings, they work on this subject. The bell stops, they stop that subject and move on to the next. The bell rings, they start it, Bell rings, they stop it and they move on. They wouldn't be as successful at it if they didn't have that structure. And that makes so much sense to me. And I hope that that was helpful for you to realizing how we really need to just focus on one task at a time. Are you that person who opens up like a million tabs at the top? Because I totally am. She challenges us not to do that, not to open up a million tabs at the top. So that's was an awesome exercise and very eye-opening for me as well. So multitasking is a myth. All right. The last thing is I'm going to create a 5-day clean eating challenge. And this challenge was shared to us. Like I said, everybody has their own system, but this setup was from one particular coach shared to us. And so I'm going to adopt that and try to work it out. I mean, it's just amazing what she gave us to help learn how to run a 5-day challenge group that is being successful for her. So I've created this and I'm going ahead and start advertising for it and get people, started on having accountability. And I'm going to start it the week after Thanksgiving because I really don't think it would be successful, people going through the week of Thanksgiving with it. But I'm inviting all my coaches to invite people to this. I will take care and run the group. There's absolutely no extra responsibility on you. I'm ready to take on that challenge and help everybody out as a team, as a whole. And so let me know if you want anybody in. All right. Okay. So, well, that's all I have. I hope that information was helpful. I hope I explained it the right way to you guys and to our team. And again, if you have any questions, then let me know. And there's also, like I said, other videos out there that are better at explaining. But, there we go. All right. Y'all have a great day or night whenever you're listening to this. And I will talk to you guys later, hopefully in the next video or whenever. Have a great night. Bye.